Alrighty, it is April 16th. I'm doing a garden tour at my dad's house. I meant to do a couple of days ago, but got super busy. And but as you can see, well, it did rain yesterday. I was gonna do it yesterday, but it rained all day. But as you can see, everything's green and wet. You can see the flowers are blooming there. The daffodils and tulips are blooming. Here's the daffodils. You can see some irises right there. Sorry about that noise. The neighbors like across the street are weed whacking for some reason, even though the grass is soaked. But whatever. There's some tulips there, and here, and then there's some irises here, and over there, and over there, and more back there that I got from some neighbors down the street over there. And over here, I was pulling some weeds out of this garden on that side, as you can see. I got more to do. You can see this, it wasn't really weeds, it was mostly just this grass that is just rooted in and just stays there, but it's hard to get out. And there's some dandelions and stuff in here, and there's a dandelion there, and right there, and right there. But you can see there's some tulips here, some irises here, some tulips here, some tulips there that are blooming. The columbine's coming up there, and on this side and over there it's coming up, so that's good. And some stuff coming up over here, as you can see. Just surrounded by grass and weeds. Same thing over here. You can see columbine and tulips there, columbine all over here and there, dandelion in the middle of that. And some weeds I pulled out, and then some Johnny jump ups there and all that. And columbine somehow here, and more Johnny jump ups. All this stuff that I need to get weeded here. So yeah, and there's the honey locust trees. They're getting leaves on there, just barely starting to get on there a little bit. That's nice. Here's the wisteria tree, or the golden chain tree, or whatever. It's got leaves coming on there, and pretty soon we'll get these beautiful flowers that turn into green seed pods, and then they turn like this. This is from last year. See the little seeds like that? They're really pretty. They're really cool looking. They're simple, but they're pretty flowers. You see the leaves coming up on there a little bit, and some bushes here. And you can see the rose bush is doing well that we planted, and it's getting brighter colored leaves. Should get some roses soon. There's some tulips here, but they never really ever bloom. And yeah. And here's another view of the honey locust trees. And here's the baby honey locust, and it's got leaves on it too. It's starting to pop out. It's imperial honey locust is what the tag says. Not sure if those are exact same or not. I mean, they look the same. It is a thornless one from what I've seen. Original honey locusts have big thorns on them, so, but these ones don't. There's one in our neighborhood down there that does, kind of by my dad's old house. You can see the leaves and stuff have come out on the trees there. As you can see, they're kind of coming out. Over here there's some daffodils, and you can see those trees over there blooming, and those trees with the purple leaves did have pink flowers, but the rain knocked them off and the wind knocked them off. As you can see, there's some daffodils here. They're doing pretty good. There's some tulips back here, and all this stuff I need to pull out, but there's tulips under there. Can you kind of see them? And hollyhock leaves coming up. Tulips right here. And all these big trees, elm trees I need to pull out, but there's tulips kind of coming up down there still, and all that. This garden has gone to crap ever since we moved in, because trees sprout in here and never have time to get it out, and the rocks here just spread weeds everywhere because, I don't know, my dad thought it'd be a good idea to have rocks in here, and I liked it when it was all grass, but whatever. But as you can see, there's the bushes there. You can see random mushrooms always like to pop out in the rocks for some reason, always right here, which I think is kind of weird, but it's kind of interesting to see them just pop up out of the blue. Usually right here, and sometimes we'll get some in the middle of the grass or right here. They look just like those, but I think I know why. Those trees right there, you can see tulips blooming under there. Those are aspens, they're quaking aspens, and there used to be two right here. See the stumps right there and right there. Those were quaking aspen trees, but they died out of the blue, so they made a bench before we moved in out of it, and then we painted it and it faded again. But the roots kind of go underneath the grass somewhere, and I think that's what the mushrooms are coming from, is from the roots of those trees, the dead roots. So, you know, anyway, I'll go show you the backyard now. You can see The grass is pretty green. And there's the tulips once again. Oh, and also there's the autumn blaze maple tree there. It's getting leaves on it. And then the neighbor's lilac bush is getting leaves, and the hydrangeas are, rest of the hydrangeas starting to get leaves on it. Hydrangeas are my favorite. And there used to be a golden privet bush there, but we had to get rid of it because of the gas meter. And there's that tree once again. Oh, and for those of you who don't know, the sprinklers, we haven't needed them, but they turned the water on. So I got those hoses hooked up there again. And we haven't turned them on yet. I've tested them, but they don't have enough pressure to fully work yet. But my mom's do, but the ones here don't. But once they get full pressure and it gets a nice day and I get a chance, I will do a video of the sprinklers for 2024. As you can see, a lot of Johnny jump ups here. I don't know why, I planted them in the garden and they made it just start thriving over here. So unfortunately, I think this tree died finally. Interesting how like my dad tried to trim it and then it grew back and tried to trim it and grew back. I think he sprayed it weed killer or maybe did something. He's been trying to peel off the bark because he doesn't want a tree here because it's causing bugs to go in the windows or whatever. But it was a pretty tree. It used to be like, it looks ugly now, but it used to look really good. It was like, I don't know how to explain it, but it was a really pretty tree. But I have a bird house or a bird feeder or something that has a camera on it that sees birds and identifies them. Really cool, something I got for Christmas, and I want to hang that up somewhere over here, but I'm not sure where yet, and I haven't gotten a chance. But anyway, I want to do that sometime. You can see all these Johnny jump ups right here, really pretty. And you can see the sprinkler right here in zone 5, which what I want to do is for this sprinkler, I want to change it to a MaxiPaw and have another sprinkler on zone 5 right in this corner somewhere, just because the shed door is broken and this area needs more water. But you can see this MaxiPaw right here on zone 6. Well, it does a 180 to get that area better. But last year, after I got installed, the shed door just kind of, my dad took it off because it keeps breaking or something. The wind blew, I don't know. But I don't want it spraying in the shed, so I made it spray like not very far. Like, you know how you just in it sprays like wider and mistier, but not far, like narrow. So but it probably still spray in a shed. So what I'd like to do is have it go from here to there, and then zone 5 that one, have a MaxiPaw there, and then one here to go from here to there or here or whatever. But I'm not sure yet. There's other stuff I want to do and see if I can do that, but I don't know yet. But if I do, I'll have to change this one. Well, I could hook another hose up here, but I'm not planning on doing that anytime soon. The sprinklers aren't even at full pressure yet, last I checked. But as you can see, there's the Johnny jump ups. So pretty nice looking there. And okay, so this pissed me off yesterday. So what I noticed, I came back, you can see there's some tulip petals in the grass. And if you look behind the fence, because the tulips were blooming and they are back there, well, there's a lot of jacked up ones and stuff that people thought. So I saw these, I looked at the camera and looked at the camera in our backyard that faces the trail. This is why I hate having a trail behind our house, because people can go in our yard if they wanted to. Usually they don't, but sometimes you got those one dummies that mess around and do all this stuff and just think they're cool. Well, I looked on the camera around 4 p.m. and yesterday was a really rainy day. Why they're out, I don't know, but I did see them by my mom's neighborhood messing with somebody's fence and breaking it. So they're just destructive pieces of crap. But anyways, I apparently thought it'd be cool to walk over here and see these beautiful tulips blooming, right? Which they're really pretty actually. They're finally blooming, but look how they just like destroyed them. Some of them anyways. At least we still got something, but look at this. That kind of pisses me off. Like, those ones, like, what's the point is what I try to figure out. You know, is there like a reason you did that? Like, there's no point. You just have no reason. So that's what pissed me off. And they're in our yard, so I'm like, seriously? Anyways, and then here's the box elder maple tree here. Oh my gosh, is it really getting flowers? It's finally old enough to get flowers and get seeds on it. Wow, that's so cool. I'd say it's about, well, it was born, no. I saw it germinate from a seed just in a random pot at our old house down the street. Probably 2017, 2016. So now it's here. So that's pretty cool. And I transplanted it. And yeah, pretty cool. But I remember it was just like a little like inch tall, and now it's this. So I've always liked this tree. I'm glad they didn't mess with that one. But yeah, I can see the tulips are pretty though, as you can see, even though some of them are broke. You can see the leaves coming out on the elms and then the seeds coming out. These are the little elm seeds right here, and they look pretty at first when they're green. You can see there's some down here, but around May and late April, but usually around May, they fall off and it snows those seeds and they spread everywhere and they're brown and they're ugly. That's all I can say. Like, they look like this pretty much. That's really what they look like. They look just like this pretty much, but they're a little different. That's what they look like after they fall down. And after looking across some videos like the like a sprinkler video I filmed last year in May, you just see them everywhere. Like that maxi paw over there by the deck, by the patio, I saw some on there. They just get stuck everywhere and stick to things that are wet. I remember watching the video and I saw me taking a video of Zone 3 in this maxi paw right here, and it was like elm seeds all over it. So yeah, but anyways, it's just interesting living by the trail. So here's these yucca plants or whatever they are. I want to take the weed out this area. But yeah, you can see the yuccas there, and then here's the Douglas fir tree, which pretty soon will get new growth and it'll have those light green things on it, which are pretty cool looking. And there's some hollyhocks under there, which I'll take off the things from last year because I don't need them anymore. But these were last year's. They're kind of damp right now. It's hard to get them off. They're not like dry, but they look dry. You can see that. See, there's the little flowers and they have little seeds inside of them. Let's see if I can. You see those? Let me get a better view. You see those seeds on there? So like they'll have these little things, these round things, and they're like little seeds inside of them. I don't know how to explain it. It's blurry, but it's kind of cool looking. You can kind of see those little lines there. That's the seeds. They're really cool looking. So that's what the hollyhocks do. And oh my gosh, there was an aphid, or not an aphid, there was an earwig inside that one. But anyway, there's that, and then the Douglas fir tree, and then there's some succulents over here. As you can see, some Hens and Chicks succulents that are right there. They're spreading more. And here's the cherry tree, the Stella cherry. It's blooming, looks pretty. Can't wait to see how many cherries we get this year. So it's got some flowers on there and some leaves coming out, so that's always nice to see. And then here's the Johnny Jump Ups in this pot. Here's the one from last year. Yeah, you can see Johnny Jump Ups coming up again. And I'm pretty sure that's about it. So I do want to do some more weeding and get some stuff done, but that's pretty much it. Our grass and yard and all that. So see some dandelions right there. But anyway, there's one there too. The grass is green. It's been wet and moist, so we haven't really needed the sprinklers. But that's all, and I hope y'all enjoyed.